Good evening and welcome to HBCU News, where we keep Black excellence at the forefront of our program. Let's get right into tonight's topics.
We're highlighting several HBCU success stories, Greek life, pageants, and royalty, and more.
Our first success story features Howard University's medical students celebrating an extraordinary accomplishment. Match day. Let's take a look.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe.
It honestly, truly fills me with joy to see our people thrive. Congratulations to all the Howard scholars. Our next story features Gala Juliet, the newly elected 95th Mrs. Southern University at AM College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's watch as she's celebrated.
Yes, winning the title during Women's History Month? I know that's right. Congratulations, Miss Juliet. Continuing our discussion of royalty, check out these amazing high school friends who went from Mr. and Miss Freshman and reigning as Mr. and Miss Claflin University together. Take a glance.
And we done came way too far.
Wow.
Yes, my summit sister.
I love that they stuck by each other for their entire journey and can enjoy their new success together. Huge shout out to Claflin. Our last highlight of a success segment featured Howard University. Once again, shout out to the Mecca. Do you have any Bisons in the house? Howard University just had their 2025 Mr. and Miss pageant. Check it out.
Wow, they had beautiful. They had such a diverse talent and fashion within the pageant. What a breathtaking event. I love pageants down. Our next center of focus is all the way from Louisiana, Grambling University. Are you present? Are you guys here? Check out this clip of Grambling State University's dancers teaching and adding a little bit of sass to boots on the ground line dance.
Where the fans that hit me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at?
Shout out to the beautiful Black women at Grambling State University. We see y'all getting lit down there. Our final topic tonight before we have an interview portion begins featuring Greek life. Central State University. Are you here with us? Now, watch how Delta Z, chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, welcome the new Spring 25 line.
That's right, club.
From the ice and that's it. Frozen in time 24. That's it. MVP coming flush. That's it. That's a deep boy. You should know the end is up. Yeah, I'm particle.
Shout out to Central State. Welcome to the yard. Our last Greek highlight hails from Atlanta, Georgia. For the first time in over 20 years, Morris Brown College has welcomed the Beta Delta chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Back on the yard, let's watch.
Turn that boy into a man. Turn the boy into a man. Who wants to lend a helping hand? Who wants to lend a helping hand? Mama, mama, can't you see? Mama, can't you see? What has done for me? What has done for me? I'm serving all my days long. I'm serving all my days long. 'Cause Beta Delta is my home. 'Cause Beta Delta is my home. Pretty ladies, can't you see? Pretty ladies, can't you see? Why they hating on me? Why they hating on me? They try to do what we do. They try to do what we do. The news are back and y'all are through. The news are back and y'all are through. Mama, mama, don't you cry. Mama, mama, don't you cry.
Morris Brown College is really doing something big. Welcome back, Beta Delta. Congratulations to the new Spring 25 line. Transitioning into our interview segment for this evening, let's welcome our fantastic host of the show, Mr. Shamar Cook.
Good evening to you. Thank you so much, Denzel. Hello, everyone. And tonight we're featuring an SGA president-elect and an SGA vice president-elect. Our first guest was recently elected as president of the Student Government Association at Albany State University. And please welcome Jonathan Bing to the show. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We hear you loud and clear, live on the air. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
Ensemble over there.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. You look sharp yourself.
Thank you so much. Let's get into it here. So
Yes,
talk
sir.
about, what made you want to get into student government, student leadership?
So at my school, Albany State University, we host a leadership conference once a year. And a friend, pushed me and told me to go to the leadership conference. And I went, and the mayor of Stonecrest, I believe her name is Mayor Cobble, she came and spoke. And she talked about in servant leadership.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, servant leadership. So she was explaining what that was, and I said, okay, like this is how I make my mark, how I make my impact. So then I started through the servant leadership throughout the RSOs and the other organizations we have on campus, and I met potential lifelong friends, and they put me in the door for student government, and ever since then, it's been history.
Now you have a lot of your resume is very heavy. You've been involved in, I believe you were the vice president of the Active Minds organization. Can you talk about that?
Yes, sir.
Talk about your involvement with that.
So yes, sir. Active Minds is a nonprofit mental health organization designed to raise awareness and change the stigma around active minds. And on campus, we host a plethora of mental health events centered around the 8 dimensions of wellness. And we are a mental health peer-to-peer support group for students and allow them to be able to have a shoulder to cry on and a push in the back as well.
Now, last question before I let
Yes,
you
sir.
go. What is
Yes,
your
sir.
plans moving forward? You have this new position. You seem like a guy that doesn't just want it for the title. You actually seem like you want to do the work. What are
Yes,
your
sir.
plans and your vision for this next upcoming academic school year?
So my plans and my vision, I'm a rising senior right now. So I want the class of 2026, everybody to be prepared for life after graduation. I tell everybody that Although our college journey is fun and we have a good time, our time must come to an end and we have to prepare for the future. So my goal is this semester to, or the upcoming semester, I'm sorry, is to have a plethora of resume workshop, interview readiness, time management skills, study skills, all that stuff. So that way, by the time we graduate, we know how to apply the information that we are learning and we can get a
I
career in our
still,
degree field.
yeah, I still have an extra time with you. What made you want to
Okay.
go to Albany State? You know, it's a great HBCU. What made you want to go to that institution?
So at that time, uh, I was a young man who waited to the last minute, who waited for the last minute to do a lot of
Oh,
things.
really? Okay.
Yes, sir. And Albany State, although it's my lovely HBCU and I love my HBCU, it was a last minute choice. You know, my counselor, who's like my uncle to me, he told me, he said, "Hey, you need to go to Albany State. It's free for the month of March to apply, so do it." I went to my leadership class at like 2 o'clock, and I did it. And ever since then, it's been history.
All right. Can you give a little pitch to the student to your student body, and what makes you about your platform? Talk about your platform and moving forward. Talk about your platform.
So my platform is gain their attention, showing them the real you, telling everybody that God has already blessed us with the skills and tools that we need to get to the next level. And it's up to us to embrace it, and we have to want to get better. My platform stands on these three pillars: enrichment, life readiness, and leadership. Enrichment. It's not about where you start, but it's about where you finish. Although our time at college can be hard, we cannot let our those hard times stop us from achieving our goals. Through this platform point, students will continue to be motivated throughout the hard times through the semester and their personal life as well. Life readiness. As I was saying earlier, life is beyond college. We have to be prepared for life after college to get a career. Through this platform point, students will have a plethora of resume workshops, interview readiness, and career prep so that way they'll be set up with internships and careers after graduation. And my last one, leadership. We all are leaders in our own unique way. We all have unique skills and values that we bring to the table. It's in us, not on us. Through the leadership initiative, I'm sorry, everybody will be pushed and they will be forced into uncomfortable positions so
Yes.
that way they can find the leader in within themselves.
Well, listen, if I was at Albany State, you will have my vote. Just like that. Just want you to know that. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Thank you. I
Well,
appreciate that.
congratulations on being the president elect. Major props to you, and good luck in your
Yes,
next
sir.
in your term moving forward. Good luck to you. Thank you so
Yes, sir.
much.
Thank you so much. You have a blessed one.
Nothing being everybody, no problem. All right, final guest tonight is an economics student at Morehouse College, originally from my hometown, Bloomfield, Connecticut, and he recently was elected as the 89th Student Government Association Vice President. He is a dedicated leader and entrepreneur, and he has spread initiatives to improve student resources, strengthen campus engagement, and enhance career development opportunities. Please welcome a good friend of mine. I graduated high school with his brother. Please welcome Javon Feliciano. How are you doing, Javon? Welcome to the show.
How you doing, brother?
How are
Shemai,
you?
it's been a
Oh
minute.
my, long time no see.
Absolutely.
I
Brother, it's
know
so
we.
great to see you.
It's so great to see you. Oh my God, it's been a. I've been loving seeing you doing your thing at Morehouse. First of all, give this foundation. What made you want to run for this office? Why did you want to run for this office?
It's a lot of different factors. I know for a fact, freshman year I wasn't really involved on campus. I came all the way from Connecticut, so when I
Yeah.
got here, didn't really know too many people, and I kind of stayed in my room. And so most of the time, obviously in high school I was pretty much involved in many organizations, but my freshman year I really wasn't involved, and I wanted to figure out how I could be involved. So once I supported some candidates for SGA my freshman year. Didn't end up making SGA. Was a little bummed out, but I figured, let me just figure out where I can fit here at Morehouse and where I can add value. And from there, I was fortunate enough the next year after that to run for senator at large. Won that position, was able to do the good work, which allowed me to really pave the way for me to run for SJ vice president. And I can proudly say that definitely worked out.
Yeah, Morehouse is a big school, but it's also a lot of big competition there. So, what made you want to get outside your shell and not be afraid to run for this position, even though you have a lot of competition? I bet.
Well, I always tell all my brothers, anybody that I know, when it comes to competition, you're really competing with yourself. I never look at someone, I look at my friends or my brothers as competition. I merely look at them as, somebody that can really encourage me to push myself to be better. And so that's kind of the mentality that I have when I go into anything that I'm doing, because at the end of the day, it's not necessarily just serving in that position, but it's really how can I help the brother right next to me? How can I help my college and really advance my people? The times that we're in, we just have to make sure that we're uplifting everyone, not putting people down. And so that's kind of my mentality on that.
Can you talk about from your past leadership, opportunities and jobs that you have had? How have those opportunities in your careers have prepared you to be the vice president right now? How have those shaped your leadership skills?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So, like I mentioned, freshman year, I wasn't able to really be in any leadership positions. But sophomore year, I actually reconstituted Morehouse Model United Nations organization, which was an organization that kind of disappeared like about 10 years ago, until I brought it back with a collective of students. But essentially, we were able to practice, essentially what U.S. diplomats or really anybody at the United Nations is doing. They're making resolutions, passing different bills and legislations, working alongside different countries to really achieve some common goals to address some of the world's pressing issues. And so by doing that, I was fortunate enough to participate in a conference at Georgia Tech where, Morehouse won that. So just getting, the track record and the history of doing legislation like that and taking that experience, I ran for Senator at Large. I was able to pass some successful pieces of legislation, as well as the Student Success Tour, where we promoted career services and opportunities, which I've been heavily invested in at Morehouse College. Besides that, I'm a residential advisor, so I've had the opportunity to really connect with my brothers here at Morehouse. So it's definitely been a very, very interesting experience. But coupling all of that together, it really has prepared me to be SGA Vice President, working in the Senate with our current SGA Vice President, Josiah Harris. It's been an amazing experience. And he truly prepared me for the role. I couldn't have asked for a better mentor for that. So I've been very grateful for that.
Talk about your vision. This year is senior year. It's our senior year. You got a big year ahead of you. What's your vision for this year? What's your vision for this coming up term? What is your vision for your class and for your school?
Absolutely. So, being the 89th SGA Vice President, I will be presiding over the 96th Student Senate session. And what comes with that is truly introducing a new sense of culture. And what I mean by that is we actually have a new president coming here to Morehouse College. So we're still waiting on the announcement of that. But with that comes new customs, new principles, a new era for the college. And I want to make sure I bring a physical component to the Senate. Most times people hear about the actual Morehouse College Student Senate. They hear about some of the work we do, but they don't always see us. And so that's one of the big efforts that I want to really, make happen. I want to make sure we bring a physical component, making sure that the Student Senate is here physically on the ground, interacting with students, making sure we're in the residential halls, talking with students, making sure we're sponsoring different events, sponsoring the various RSOs. We have roughly over 70 RSOs on campus, making sure that we not only provide the necessary funding, but we're also sourcing corporate sponsors to help support their initiatives so it doesn't always come from our Student Senate budget. So it's many different areas and capacities that I'm looking to try to improve, but it's going to be an interesting experience, but I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to the good work.
Well, you're doing the great work. We're both two people from Bloomfield, Connecticut, a small town, and we're doing big things. So I'm really very proud of you, coming from, you graduate high school with me. Very proud of the things that you are doing. Great work, Javon. Thank you so much for coming on Historically Black Sense. So much. Appreciate Javon.
Thank you.
No problem. Well, that does it for me. Back to you, Denzel in heaven. Guys, still there? Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. That was great conversations.
Nah, it was impactful. It was impactful hearing all these student leaders talk about their experience being student leaders.
And we're seeing a lot of male leadership in higher education. That's really, really big, important. You don't see that now. The females get the stuff done. They get the stuff done, but we need the men. We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up. So,
male retention rate at HBCUs are all-time low right now.
Exactly.
Glad to see the young Black men just stepping up, and it's inspiring. Definitely being a young Black man at HBCU that's predominantly Black women. But
well, yeah, listen, we love our queens.
we love our queens.
Yeah, we love our queens.
Love them. Love them.
Thank you, Denzel.
No problem. But thank you, Shemai. That concludes tonight's show, and thank you to all for much of y'all for tuning in. Special shout out to the stellar director, Destin R., our assistant director, Hunter Waldo, and our superb host, Shemai Cook, and one of our excellent news anchors, me, Denzel Daly Jr., and her remarkable script writer, Christian Lockheed, and Heaven Cummingham, one of our fellow news anchors. I'm Denzel Daly Jr., your news anchor with the latest and greatest HBCU news. Until next time.